Hello everyone, today we are looking at one of the, I'm just kidding with you, this is a rubbish BlackBerry, it's broken. In fact, I'm going to try and smash that. No, I'm not, because I just hurt my wrist. Today what everyone wants to know is where the Nokia 9300's at, and today we're going to look at one of these. I know last week or the week before I kind of opened one up and showed you guys. This week I want to do a full unboxing, fire one up as well, and just show you guys what one lucky winner is going to get as well. So let's take a look inside one. These ones that I own are all brand new. As far as I know, they're brand new. I bought them many years ago, and I don't recall using the box ones. I did use one of them, and obviously not this one, not the box ones, because I bought one, was so happy with it, and then started buying 3 or 4, and then ended up with 6 in total. I never actually used the ones I stockpiled, basically. So to this day I still use the very one that I bought originally, back in, I think it was 2005, late 2005, early 2006. I think these first came out, and I bought them into I think 2007. So anyway, this is what the phone looks like. If you're tuned into this video, obviously you kind of know already what it's about. Original paperwork, which I won't show you because it's got all my details on it. And you got a whole bunch of pamphlets and books and bits and bobs here. You got a nice big fat juicy manual, Nokia 93, usual token blue on the side, all brand new, crisp pages. To be fair, apart from that was the SIM number. To be fair, I never really bothered looking in the manual. I don't ever look at manuals really, unless I'm trying to do something which I don't remember how to do. You got a BlackBerry guide. This is for a 9500, so this shouldn't be in it. It says Nokia 9300 as well. I've never got the BlackBerry guide thing to work on the 9300. I'm not a BlackBerry fan, hence this broken one, which has obviously seen better days. In fact, toss that to one side. I'm not a BlackBerry fan just because I never got on with the system, the way they work, and the interface. But Nokia did offer a BlackBerry service on their Nokia 9300 phones, and this is the manual for that. You got a nice little shiny CD, or DVD as they like to call them these days. No, I think that would be a CD because DVDs didn't exist back then. I'm guessing this is PC software of some sort to sync up your Outlook with the contacts and emails and whatnot on your Nokia. And then you got another Nokia 93 booklet, Supplementary Information by the looks of it. My Italian and French ain't too good, but I think that's what this means. Got additional information. There we go. I've got German, French, Italian, and a whole bunch of other languages. Not really interested in that. So these are the accessories you got when you bought one of these. This is all stock. This is all original. This is how it would have looked in the box. This is exactly how the cable would have been put in the box. This is as it would come out the store if you bought this. So you got some headphones. I think these are still sealed. Actually, these aren't headphones. This is a walk and talk. A walk and talk is just one earpiece with a little thing like. Actually, these are open. I've never used these, but these are original. So this is a walk and talk. It's sort of predecessor to the headphones with the mic there as well. Back in the day, they, I guess, never thought of putting 2 headphones together with a mic. They just gave you one. But they did later do headphones with this socket, because I remember having one, and I used that in the gym quite a lot back in the day when I was much leaner and not so plump as I am nowadays. Anyway, the wife ain't complaining, so I don't need to worry. You got obviously the charger. This is all original as it was back in the day. This doesn't actually look like it's ever been used. Still got that nice sandpaper sort of feel to it. This is of course 3-pin because it's out of the UK. Europeans would obviously get a 2-pin without the center pin there. And if you're in America, you'd obviously get the flat pins. I'm not sure if you got an earth or not, but anyway, that slots in there like so. You got an interface cable, and this was obviously USB, so this would connect to the bottom of the phone, like so. And the other end would obviously go to your computer. I think the software ran on Windows 2000 and Windows XP. What does this say here? Technical Windows XP or Windows 2000. There you go. That's what I said. I'm not sure this would work on Windows 7. It probably will, because XP and Windows 7 is kind of compatible in a sense. And then you got this interesting boomerang looking type charging stand, and this is quite snazzy by any means. This is what it looks like. This is a desktop charging shoe, like many other phones that Nokia did. The desktop charging shoe was always an option. There's very few phones that Nokia did where this was included as standard stock. So this would sit on your table, and you would have this charger, this cable plugged into the back of this, like so. I don't know which way around this goes. I think it goes in like so. It goes in like so, and obviously the charging cable would power into here, and then that would sit on your table, and this would go into your computer, and you'd look like a bigwig in your office chair with one of these sat in there like so. And obviously you could open this up if you so desired at the time and play Mr. Bigwig at your office. So that's what you got. Oh, and you got a memory card. This one is a 32 meg. The first Nokia 9300 that I bought actually came with a 32 megabyte card, and you might laugh. 32 megabytes is like nothing in today's data standards. It's 32 megabytes, not 32 gigabytes. I must stress that. So there you go. I don't know if this will do a close-up. Will it do a close-up? Will it focus? 32 megabytes. There you go. Not gigabytes, not terabytes, and definitely not exabytes. If you don't know what an exabyte is, it's 1,000 terabytes. If you don't know what a terabyte is, it's 1,000 gigabytes. So, and then you got the battery. Oh dear, this doesn't look good. You got a battery. This is the original, but this doesn't feel good at all. No, this is not good. Okay. This is blown up. If you guys don't know, lithium batteries, if you don't charge them once in a blue moon, they swell up. Just the way the chemicals inside react. This one has obviously been not used. This has been used a little bit because it's got some slight marks here on the contacts. So this has been used, and I've marked it up with the 281, which is the asset ID of this phone. So I don't know if I'll be able to power this on actually. This is swollen. I don't know if you guys can tell actually, but I tell you what, I'm going to show you another phone where the battery has swollen, and you will be able to tell. Okay, so where did it go? So this one here, this is a T28. This is one that I pulled out. It's a little bit dusty, but I want to show you guys this. This is also a lithium battery, and unfortunately this guy is also popped. And that's just because I don't have a charger for this. So I've never charged this battery, and over time, this is a really early phone in my collection because it's 0120. I mean, that's got to, I must have owned this for at least 10 years. So this battery has never been charged, and obviously it's decided, nope, I'm not going to stand for that. I'm going to pop and blow up. Incidentally, also, I meant to show you guys this. If you guys don't know what these are, then you're missing out. If you do know what these are, you're probably an elite collector like me. These are prototype Nokias that never made it to market. More about that in another video. I also found this jazzy thing here. Nice little Nokia. I don't know if you can see that. Has it got Nokia on both sides? There we go, Nokia. I'll show you guys that at a later date. But the batteries, more importantly, the batteries for these, and they're also compatible with the 7710, I think. These are original Nokia batteries. These are BP-5Ls, 3.7 volt. This is what the battery should look like. This is the same battery. I'll show you the label. This was obviously got a label 2 on it. identical batteries, both genuine, but this is what it should look like, and you might see that this one is a little bit swollen. It feels kind of squidgy. You can and this one ain't been charged, and this one has been charged once a year, maybe once every 6 months. And obviously you can't use this anymore because the chemicals inside are all buggered. This one probably might still take a small charge, and you might still be able to power the phone on. Anyway, I digress. I just want to show you guys this. So I tell you what, I've got another one of these to give away. So why don't I pull out the battery of the other one, in the hope that this one actually has a good battery. If this doesn't, I'm going to have to get the winners some new batteries. Actually, yeah, that feels much better. Alright, let's do that. Pinch the battery from this phone and power on. I could actually just power on this phone, to be fair, but I've got the other one open, so we'll just go with that. So this is an original battery, and obviously this is the same battery, and you might not be able to tell it. It is ever so slightly puffed up, but take my word for it, this one's no good. So let's fire this one up. This will obviously need a charge because I don't think this battery's ever been used. Given by the contacts on that, that is as clean as a whistle. I don't know if you guys can tell. Those golden contacts are never used. They've never been used. So this guy slots in like so. And actually we might need a SIM card, but we'll go without for now. Throw this guy on, and I do happen to have, or I did have, another little Nokia charging. This is an old school Nokia as well. I'm not sure what the model of this one is, but it takes the same charger as the 9300, plugs in like so, and hopefully that should beep and start charging. I've never really tried this battery in this phone, but it is powering up, which is a good sign. This takes about between 30 seconds and a minute. It might ask me to put the date and time and all that sort of stuff because this is a brand new phone, so you'll have to bear with me if I can't skip through that. Interesting to note, these are really popular phones with deaf people. They were popular phones with deaf people. In fact, the whole communicator range was really popular with deaf people because they obviously send a lot of text and don't really use the phone for talking. And this was a really nice touch keyboard. Certainly I always used to use this. I never really used the phone interface apart from place calls. And even when you had this open, the call would transfer to this screen, and you'd have a hands-free thing with the speaker there. And I think the microphone was just there. So really useful tool for business use. I kind of just used it to talk a lot of shit on the phone, pardon the French, back in the day. And you had a configurable My Own button for any link that you want. If you installed any sort of applications or anything like that, you could actually you know, configure this button to for example, I mean, I had this set up, I think, to start my music player or something. Anyway, it's asking for the time and date. I don't even know what the time is. What is the time? Get my smartphone out. Okay, so it's about, oh, okay, 8:30 p.m. What's the date today? It is Tuesday, 30th of May 2017. Those of you guys who know me know I travel a lot, and I was away on holiday stroke business. I was out in Morocco, hence actually all the Moroccan SIM cards here. I picked up some real nice SIM cards. This one in particular, the Morocco Telecom. Check this bad boy out, nice and black. And a couple of others as well. Real neat that for my collection. Got a couple of Meditels there and some other SIM cards. And this looks like this came from the headset. So put this one back in the bag like so. You could obviously adjust the brightness. So what did you get? You got some folders. This is in essence kind of like your Windows desktop, in a sense. Let me just quickly amend the brightness on this to hopefully you can actually see what the screen is displaying. So you got a kind of office desktop type thing. You got a telephone, which was obviously for your phone book, and you could place straight calls from this. If you had a contact, it would just let you dial. You had your messaging, which was your oh, actually this has got some messages in it. That's interesting. That should not have messages in there. I don't recognize any of those numbers. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, well, it does look like this phone is used, but it is in remarkable shape for having been used. It's not got a scratch on it. Okay, well, if it's a problem, I'm sure the winner will still appreciate an almost new phone. I'll have to get rid of all of these. You got obviously your inbox, your outbox, and what else we got? So any drafts and your sent messages, and obviously you got a BlackBerry inbox as well. You got an Orange email, which you need to configure because this phone was originally provided on Orange, which was a UK cell phone provider back in the day. Nowadays everyone knows it's called EE. The phone is unlocked, so it's open to any SIM card, any 3G, 4G SIM card. Of course, this phone is only 2G, and I think it's, no, actually, I don't think it is 3G. I think it's just a 2G phone. This will operate on GSM900, 1800, and 1900. Let me just double check the box, actually. So let's have a look. Yeah, so this is GSM900, 1800, and 1900 eGSM, as they like to call it, enhanced GSM. So you could get internet on this. You could obviously get fax. You could get a whole bunch of other stuff. But it is what it is. These aren't 3G phones. This is pre-3G phone. Pre-3G though. So this is just a 2G phone. So no internet. Well, you could get internet. It was just dynamite slow. So what else we got? We had the web, obviously. This was their kind of web interface. You had a nice little mouse that you could move with this thing here. Like so. Fiddly to use, but I mean it's not touchscreen or anything, so it was you had to make do. You had your contacts, obviously, which was basically a replicate of your telephone book, but the contacts displayed everything else. So your address the contact had, your email the contact had. If you went into the telephone book, it would only display the numbers of that contact, because obviously you're only going to call them. So contacts showed you everything. Documents was obviously for your documents, like a Word type thing. If you're into Office, Excel, or Microsoft, or if you got the Apple equivalent. I don't want to type a document, but so you've got documents, and obviously calendar kind of speaks for itself. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. So it does look like this has been used to some degree, but obviously not. This has got stuff in for yesterday and like last month. That's crazy. Oh, you know what? These are actually all scheduled repeats. So if I go and edit that, yeah, so these will all be repeats. So all occurrences, so these will all be repeats that would basically repeat indefinitely. That's why. Select, get rid of that. I will do a full factory reset when I give this out to somebody, because obviously I don't recognize any of this info, which is a bit bizarre. Maybe I lent this to a friend back in the day who just used it for a little bit. I'm not too sure. And then obviously my own, you had your own. There we go. It's asking for a configuration of what you want your own key to be. You could put any shortcut of any kind in there. There was some applications that you could install on here that Nokia provided you at the time. Whether or not you can still download them and install them on there is anybody's guess, because obviously this phone is like 10 years old, more than 10 years old. So I guess you'll have to try. I'm not sure. I'm not going to make any guarantees whatsoever. Key thing, are you sure? Yes. Okay. So that's kind of it. Office, if you go into Office, you got documents, spreadsheets, presentations, file manager, calculator, live update. You exit that and you go into your media. You got obviously the Wild Web. You got an image viewer, a voice recorder, a music player, real player, which is another sort of media player, I guess. And then you got tools. Obviously, you could do your control panel, your backups, synchronizing, data transfer between this phone and another phone, data mover from another phone into this phone. You got a modem, connection manager, device manager. What else you got? And of course, help. Exit that. You got obviously a clock and your security as well. So pretty much that's that's all you got out the box. Obviously, there was stuff that you could put on there, and you know, tinker with, and I'm sure the BlackBerry software you got on the CD and everything else might still be available. You might have to check the Nokia forums, but it is what it is. It's going to be a free phone for someone, so at least that's a start. So. And it's in remarkable, I would say this is in new condition because it's not got a scratch on it or anything. So, obviously, actually, you know what, maybe, have I put a memory card in this? I don't even remember. No, I haven't, not yet. I was going to say maybe these calendar items are in the actual memory card, but there's no memory card in there. So, I can't explain it. It is a new phone, as far as I'm concerned. This is new. It could have been that I lent it to a friend for a week while his phone was getting fixed up. I'm not too sure, so apologies. I did advertise it as new, but I'm not going to take any flack for it because I think this is still in remarkable condition. It might not be new, but I would consider this an almost new phone. This would probably be classed as X-Demo, and certainly it's boxed with all the accessories. So, you know, but anyway. So, back to what I was saying earlier, I found these two. I knew I had these. These are Nokia prototypes. I will do a video about these at some later stage, but I wanted to show you guys because someone did email me asking me about them, and they sort of said to me that they didn't think I had them. I actually have a few of them. According to Wiki, there's only about 30 in the world. I've got more than those two. Let's just put it that way. And I also have what probably no one else has because I actually helped the guys develop this. I actually have the antenna to watch TV on these, believe it or not. This is a super duper rare back panel for this. And I don't even remember how to take this apart without breaking it. But I'm not going to risk it. I think this comes undone. Then the battery comes out. Then you got to unlock that, and then the whole thing comes out. Whereas on the normal ones, I'll put this back. On the normal ones, there we go. On the normal ones, it's a little bit thinner. It is basically that. I'm gonna increase the brightness a little bit on here, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So basically, this is what the original without the extra antenna would look like. I'm going to fire these up at a later stage. What I also did find, and I'm sure none of you guys have one of these, is this Nokia beauty. I tell you what, I'm not going to show you this. I'll keep you guys on heat for a bit. Certainly the Nokia collectors out there are going to be wondering, what the heck is that? I will show you that at a later stage, just to keep you guys on ice. So, big question then, and I gotta say, you guys are nuts. There are some crazy people out there. You guys are completely nuts. You guys know who you are. A lot of people have been asking about these pages that I'm giving away. I'll get a couple out. These bad boys here, Vodafone, Vodapage type pages. I said I'd give these away. I got a shoebox of these. I think in total I have like 12 or 13, I think. I might actually end up keeping one for myself, just to say I've got one. There are some crazy people out there. You guys are nuts. I mean, seriously. I got one email from someone who I'm not going to mention their name, but they're offering me like $200 for one of these. Come on, seriously? Is it worth that much? I mean, they're not for sale really, but nice of you to offer. I'm happy just to give you one. You don't have to give me money. So I will do a video about who won these. I know a ton of people emailed, and I know a ton of people emailed after the email saying, why haven't you replied? I'm sorry, guys. I get probably in the region of about 50, 60 emails on the Brick Cell Phones email address a day. And I'm a busy guy. I have video projects outside of YouTube. I have productions. I have all sorts of other travel commitments. I'm constantly on the go. So like last week I said, you know what? I'm going to be on a friend's yacht out in Morocco, off the coast of Morocco. I'm not really going to want to look at a phone. I'm not really going to want to carry a satellite phone. All right, I'll have one on the boat, but it's just for emergency purposes. I just can't be dealing with work stuff or YouTube stuff. So I kind of took like 10 days out because I think it's half term this week, and yesterday, Monday, was a public holiday here in the UK anyway. So everything was shut. So last week I just thought, you know what, I'd take it off weekend to weekend, and kind of that's why I haven't responded to people. And I apologize, but I can't respond to every email I get, on the same day. I will eventually reply to most people, but competitions generally, if I say, okay, email your details for the chance to win, I can't reply to everybody and say, yes, received your details, thanks, dude, because I'd be spending 2-3 hours just doing that. So you got to bear with me, people. It is just me. I don't have a sexy PA to handle all my emails for this channel. It is just me and my phones, and I'm trying to do as best as I can. So apologies if I haven't responded. I know there's a couple upset cats out there that emailed me a couple of times saying, hey man, you haven't responded to my email. I know I haven't. I'm sorry, but I can't reply to everybody that that enters the competition. It's just not doable, and when you enter a competition generally anywhere, whether it's a radio station or a TV station or anywhere actually, they might have tens of thousands of people entering the competition. They're not going to reply to everyone saying yes, thank you, you've been entered. It's just a given that you send your details through. I've received a ton of emails. I got a folder in the inbox that just says Nokia giveaway, and I got another folder that says pager giveaway. And there was, I think there was like I think it was just over 60 people that emailed me for the pages alone. There's 60 people out there that want these pages. I only have like 10 or 11 to give away, or 12 to give away. I really didn't think there were that many people that wanted these. So, but anyway, I digress. I will give a shout to all you lucky people that won the 12 page. I think I own 13 of these. I will keep one lucky 13 and give away a dozen of these. I got a whole shoebox of them. They're all the same. Every single one is this model. I checked and I fired up every single one, and they all work. I put a new Duracell battery in each one just to power it up. Well, I had one battery and I powered each one individually, one after another, and they all seem to power up and work fine. They beep. Like I said, I don't know how to use them, but you can scroll through with the keys and do all funny stuff, and they beep and they come on when with the display lights and everything. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next week, hopefully, and I will try and do a video about the pages next week when I get around to it. I got a busy week to catch up on all my work this week because obviously I was away last week, so apologies for that, for the delay and stuff. So, but thanks for watching. Give me the thumbs up as always. If you haven't subscribed, you should have done, because these phones and the pages are only available to subscribers. But fear not, I got one last one of these to give away, and I'll probably be doing that possibly in the next two months, month and a half, 2 months. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. Got any suggestions when I should do it? Then drop me a comment. Usual email address, as always, displayed just here. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. I'm just kidding with you. I thought I'd leave you hanging just there. I didn't actually tell you who won this one. Well, one of these. The person is called Farnoosh. I don't actually know if it's a guy or a girl, so I'm sorry if I offended you. I don't know whether it's a guy or a girl. Farnoosh, you are the proud owner of one of these. I only had one entry from one person called Farnoosh because I think it's quite an exotic name actually. So if your name is Fanush and you're a subscriber to this channel, congratulations. You won yourself a 9300 boxed, shipped. I'm going to email you to get your details and get that shipped out to you probably towards the end of this week, actually. Like I said, I got a busy week, and I will try and get this out to you probably Friday or Saturday, so it might take you a week to receive from then. All right, but anyway, thanks everybody else for entering. I can't please everybody because I only have a finite amount of phones to give away, but thanks to everybody for all your support and for entering the competition. Like I said, I will give another one of these away, and of course they got the 9210 as well to still give away. Amongst some other goodies, I'm working closely with Samsung to try and see if I can get some more goodies from them. There was talk about some VR headsets as well for the new S8 and the S8 phone and the S7 phone as well. I think it's compatible with the S7 Galaxy phone. So stay subscribed, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.